All right. Let's see who comes.
It says you're live.
I'm live right now. Which will be great. That way, anybody who watches this later, you'll get to hear that initial comment. That'll be awesome. Hi, everybody. Just getting started here. Figured I'd let some people jump on before we officially start. Just make sure there's no too many technical difficulties here. All right. Let's see who we got on so far here. Trying to figure it out. Diane. Hi, Steve. Hey, Brett. Let's see here. Hey, Nate. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, this is my first one of these, so it's going to be awkward at times, like right now, for instance. Yeah, the point of this is that my family, my mom's side of the family lives and breathes music. Like it's the hallmark of our family. It's what we do whenever we get together. It's we as kids listen to our aunts and uncles play with our grandparents. Our parents and my cousins, our aunts and uncles, they used to always watch. They'd always watch their aunts and uncles playing with their grandparents. It's been a tradition in the Masters family for a long, long time. For well over 100 years and probably more. I'm not the expert on all things of our family history, but but tonight I'm just gonna kind of go through some musical kind of things, just some great pieces, some hymns, some Broadway songs, some just some of the classic songs that we just grew up singing. Just things that we would always sing. Whenever we were together, whenever whether it was a family reunion or small combination or whatever, we would always sing some of these songs. So I'm gonna wait a few more minutes here, and then we'll get going. So yeah, I'm very happy to do this. Got a great picture here. Start off. This is my grandparents at their wedding day. Almost 70 would be 73 years in June. Just quite an accomplishment. It's so good looking couple. So anyway, alrighty. Let's see here. Get that comma trying to. Alrighty. So wait a few minutes. What time is it? Where are you at? 7 o'clock. All right. We're just about there. I'll give a couple more minutes to stragglers. All right. My family members, one of the things that's really tough, especially about this time with the COVID and all that stuff, is that we can't sing together. We can't be doing this around a piano together at the same time. We can't have this as like we normally would in terms of just a big reunion, and and do all this stuff together. Hey, Gina. Hey, Susan. Molly. Rich. Oh, yeah. Hey, Ralph. Hey, Aunt Sandy. Awesome. Nigel Morton up in Alaska. Good to see you. Oh, wow. Brian Stevens from high school. Wow. Hey, Maria, former voice student. That's great. There's Kim and Carl. Good to see you guys. Hey, Kaylee. Molly. Hey, Tarek from upstairs. Awesome. Anyway, well, let's get started. So the thing that we did to start before every meal, whether we were sometimes, regardless of whether we were in public or not, we would always sing the doxology. So, and we never ever had a specific key. So I expect all of you to be singing at home in a manner that is, make sure you're singing in harmony. So I'll sing the melody, but it is a family tradition that usually no one sings the melody and everyone sings harmony on top of harmony. So we'll just start with just praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise him, all creatures here below. Praise him above, ye heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen. So, thanks. Yeah, there you go. So we always had to do that. Always. I want to make sure that my mom is on. So I'm hoping she's on for this next one here. So, let me see here. Oh, trying to So stay with me for my technical difficulties. I just want to make sure that I have everybody on and stuff that's on here. Let me take a look here. See if my mom's on. Huh. Alrighty, go back here. All right, so one of the things that a great way to explain this whole thing. Oh, my mom's calling me right now. That's not going to work well. So I guess that means she's not on. Hey, sweetie, can you please call my mom and find out if she's on before I go to the next thing here? So I guess I'll wait a second here. I guess there are technical difficulties after all, of course. So hang tight with us for a moment. Okay, good. So one of the songs that that really sets this up well, and I was talking to my cousin Jesse Masters about this last night. From my grandparents' 40th anniversary back in 1987, which is a very vivid memory for me. Back when I was just 7, I remember that anniversary party really, really well. There was she wrote a beautiful song that I just want to share a little bit of because it explains what it was like for them and like it was for all of us, which a song called Old Time Songs, and it goes, "It was the old time songs they would sing and play with a piano each night. So in our beds we'd stay. It had been their dream. It was their greatest joy to raise a family of 2 girls and 3 boys." So that's a beautiful song, but it perfectly sets up all of these songs that we all learned and we all sang together. The first one I want to do is from this excellent book that was a gift to Grandpa. I was so happy that my mom had this book, which was a gift to Grandpa from Jimmy, Carol, and Olivia way back in 1990. And as you can see, it's seen better days, but this book is definitely yellowed from a lot of use. We definitely, I learned almost every one of these tunes playing playing through this book. And what's just so interesting about it too is that the little did I know until years later, it's edited by Frank Mantooth, but the historical annotations are by Dr. David N. Baker. So it's just such a funny coincidence. For those of you who don't know, but David Baker was the head of the jazz department at Indiana, and was there when I was there. So it's kind of a unusual little connection. And at my senior recital, David sat right next to him, and it was a very very cool moment. So just kind of an interesting kind of a connection for sure. So the first song I want to do is Moonlight in Vermont. You know, a lot of these I would play, a lot of these I would sing. You know, sometimes I do both. So I'm gonna do my best. You know, it's a lot of these I haven't done in a long time. You know, but the one of the things that's so great about this is just you know, with our family, it was never about, you know, although we have multiple professional musicians in the family, this was never a thing that was about, like, you know, being perfect or any of those kind of things. It was about everyone in the family being involved. Everyone was welcome. Anybody, a lot of people that came, a lot of friends of mine that would come over would be enlisted in joining the chorus. A lot of significant others of like my wife Kim and some other people who aren't necessarily singers who like to sing in front of other people have been raised into service to do just very that. So this first one is a beautiful ballad that I learned playing over my grandfather's shoulder called Moonlight in Vermont. Pennies in a stream, falling leaves, a sycamore, moonlight in Vermont, icy finger waves, ski trails on a mountainside, snowlight in Vermont, telegraph cables, they sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont, you and I and moonlight in Vermont. Yeah, I love that one. You know, the other thing, those my family members can attest to this, is that, especially us instrumentalists, is that whenever you played over Grandpa's shoulder, he was a stickler for playing without too much embellishment. He didn't want he didn't want he wanted the melodies to be very very steady. Like it was like he would, especially like there's a couple tunes that we're gonna do that have some quarter note triplets in it, and he would really make a big deal of that bum 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 bum, you know, and it was always there was more. There's several times, you know, especially when I was in high school and college, that I would try to take a few more liberties with it, and he would often just stop playing and just be like, "Hey, hey, we're gonna play what's on the page. Play what's right there. Play right there. We have to stay together. Quit doing all that stuff." So anyway, so I learned to play them pretty strict to what was written. So that's a great one. Let me take a look at some of these other things here. Yeah, let's see here. All right, hey Jesse. I'm not good with this computer here. Let me see here. Hey Brian.
Your mom is on.
Oh good, my mom is on. Hey mom.
And your grandma.
My grandma's on too. That's great. Hey grandma, love you so much. We saw them earlier today for a few minutes. I was able to get these books. We did this. This is my hug. This is my COVID hug from 6 feet or more away. Just I'm all of you. This is my hug to you guys. So thinking of you. So all right. Let's see here. So all right, another one out of this book. One of my favorites. To this day, I love playing. A lot of these ones I still play back, you know, when I like to play tunes. These are some of my favorites. But yeah, here's Don't Get Around Much Anymore. One. Missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit a club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Now then, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. So that's definitely a favorite. Always a crowd pleaser. At least I hope it is. So now speaking of what I was talking about earlier with those triplets, this is the other companion to that same book again. Like another one. This is the most requested standards, and this book was a gift from Grandma Joyce to Grandpa on his 81st birthday in 2006. So there you go. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can see that in there. So yeah, very, very nice. So, you know, yet again, it's a lot of these books, you know, are just things that we all would sing around and all use. So it's my pleasure to do this one. So this is beautifully sad ballad. We would always do these ones. Uncle Dickie and I he used to always talk about that. It's like you know, he used to always talk about crying through his horn. Just crying. How, just different. Just all the emotion that matters. And Grandpa was he was so big on us learning the words. It was like he was always one of those kind of people that was like, you can't really understand a song if you don't know the lyrics. He really was big on understanding the thought and the spirit behind every single piece. So this is it's the talk of the town. I can't show my face, can't go any place. People stop and stare, it's so hard to bear. Everybody knows you left me. It's the talk of the town. Every time we meet, my heart skips a beat. We don't stop to speak, though it's just a week. Everybody knows you left me. It's the talk of the town. We sent out invitations to friends and relations, announcing our wedding day. Friends and relations gave congratulations. How can you face them? What can you say? Let's make up, sweetheart. We can't stay apart. Don't let foolish pride keep you from my side. How can love like ours be ended? It's the talk of the town. Beautiful. Love that piece. That's the one with the triplets. I tried to enunciate them extra good, for Grandpa. Just making sure, he knew I was staying in time as best I can. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me check in here. All right, here. Let's see. I don't know how to. Trying to see these comments here, and it's not working very well. Alrighty, so hang on. Oh, there we go. Huh. See this. I got this new Apple computer from my brother Andrew, so I'm still kind of learning how to use it here. So yeah, I just figured out here. Let me see. So, hey Brett. Good to see you, man. Hey, my student David Cohen, one of my top trombone students. He's heading off to North Texas this fall. I'm very proud of him. Yeah, there's Kim. Hey, Naomi. She did our wedding cake. That's really cool. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, cousin Jessie. Hey, Susan. Her Her son Liam studied trombone with me for a long time. Um, hey, my mother-in-law Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Ken Sowens. We used to play in a band called Elite together for a long time. This is great. Every time I look at the screen over here, you guys get to see my horrible hair. Lucky you guys. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I was calling it. I was calling it my Ducktales earlier, and then singing the Ducktales theme. Hey, Joshana, my sister-in-law, cousin Jessie again. She clapped for me. Hey, Allie. Oh, Brian, what's up? Awesome. Hey, Danelle, long time. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Lila. Hey, cuz, Andy's on. All right. Hey, Lane. Hey, Bill. Hope your son Eddie's on this too. Hey, Joe's on too. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. All right. So, let's see what we got next here. Oh yeah. Staying with the oh so happy ballads. I'm gonna do. I've grown accustomed to her face. Beautiful one from My Fair Lady. I used to sing this one. I sing this one a lot with him. He loved doing this one together. So, all right. I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes the day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune she whistles night and noon. Her smiles, her frowns, her ups, her downs are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in, I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I would always be that way again, and yet I've grown accustomed to her looks, accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face. Love that one too. I mean, I love all of them. I'm probably going to say that after every single one. So yeah, if you're wondering about the redundancy alarm, just it's okay. It's already gone off, and will continue to go off after every one of these. Great. Love that one. All right, let's bring it up a little bit. This is classic. I don't remember someone on here, so I'm sure one of my family members know this, the origin of this a little bit better than me. But if I remember correctly, this one is "Bye Bye Blues," and I think the composer lived somewhere close to St. Charles, or in St. Charles, or right nearby. Like I know he was. Whenever I would with Dickie and Jimmy and my uncles, Uncle Dickie and Jimmy and Bobby. And whenever we'd have the group on the riverboat cruise on the Fox River in St. Charles, they would always point out the house. I think he lived along that lake. So yeah, so this is "Bye Bye Blues." How appropriate. shining through. Don't cry, don't sigh, bye bye blues. Yeah, that's a fun one. I hope some of my family was singing along at home. Yeah, all right, let's see what's next here. So this next one is really special to me um, because it was one of the first gifts I gave to my sweet wife Kim when we first were dating. I gave her a copy of the Coltrane Johnny Hartman album, as many of us jazz musicians do for our people we love. Hey, there she is.
Hi.
Hey, look, it's my sweet wife Kim. Thanks for that kiss. Love you. So, what became our song, which became the song for many, many people, as I know, is My One and Only Love, which is, it was our first dance. And when I first started doing this song, I showed it to Grandpa. As I said, it was just like, oh, it's just the most beautiful song. Such a gorgeous love song. It's just beautiful melody, everything. And I was opening up this book today, and I'm gonna do my best, by the way, to hold it together. Though some of these ones are really tough for me, but I open up this book that I learned to play all these tunes over his shoulder. But this one I taught to him that was in it, and right there he had my name, Dylan with DR, for me. So it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. It was a really, really cool one. So this is a special one. This is the first dance at our wedding. My Uncle Jimmy sang it and played it with the band. And so it's a special one. So Jimmy's also my godfather, for those of you who do not know. But yeah, very special guy, great trombone player and singer. So a lot of great instrumentalists / singers in the family. A lot of them watching right now. I hope you're all singing with me at home. So this is a special one for us. Thought of you makes my heart sing like an April breeze on the wings of spring, and you appear in all your splendor, my one and only love. The shadows fall and spread their mystic charms in the hush of night, while you're in my arms. I feel your lips so warm and tender, my one and only love. The touch of your hand is like heaven, a heaven that I've never known. The blush of your cheek whenever I speak tells me that you are my own. You fill my eager heart with such desire. Every kiss you give sets my soul on fire. I give myself in sweet surrender, my one and only love. Yeah, thanks, baby. Love you. Yeah, that's really surprised me. I was running through a bunch of these songs earlier, and I just, turned into that page and just randomly seeing, the fact that he wrote my name in this one. That really, very sweet, very nice surprise, Hey, Carl, watching with Kim's account. Let's see here. Hey, Mary Kate, good to see you. Hey, Christina, thanks for joining. That's awesome. Sarah Baviak, nice to see you. J.R. Barhoover, wow, that's going back. Steve Goers, one of the guys I just became friends with recently as we were bonding over talking about 3 favorite guitar solos. That's pretty cool. Hey, Brittany and Al Fitzsimmons, awesome. What's up, Joel? Cousin Joel. Yeah, man. I wish you were here playing bass. Man, it's hard to not have all of you here. It's just great. Let me see here. Oh, thanks, Jess. And the other Jess. Got a couple Jesses on here. Hey, Lamarck Russell. Going back to Whitney Young. That's awesome. Hey, Cousin Olivia. Aunt Carol. Uncle Jimmy. Good to see you're on. Hey, Becky, my old trombone section friend from Lakeview. That's nice. Thanks for jumping on. Sarah. Ricky Schneider, thanks. Good to see you. Hey, Sam Griffin. Awesome. Wow. This is great. Great to see all you guys. All right. Keep going with some music. Let's see, what do I got next here? Oh yeah, I talked to my Uncle Bobby yesterday, and I talked to Andy, his son, my cousin, great trumpet player and violinist. They both mentioned that the one song that I have to do on here is "Prisoner of Love," so I'm going to do that one for you right now. So many great ones in this book, man. Good gift, Uncle Jimmy. You nailed it. All right. Let's see here. I couldn't remember the melody when they first mentioned it, but then as soon as I played through it, I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I think when I was talking to Andy last night, he's like, what's that one song that goes do 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 do? It's this one. So yeah, yeah, that's a great one. Really pretty. Hadn't thought about that one in a long time, so I was glad to do that. So, all right, now the other one that Uncle Bobby mentioned is Memories of You. It's another beautiful one. I was talking to Mom and Grandma today. They both mentioned this one, and yeah. What's Bobby mentioned to me that he goes, he's like, if you he's like, it's got a really nice thing you can take up an octave. It sounds really pretty on trombone. And then I realized where it's written, and I was like, I don't know, but I'm going to do it for you. So yeah, so the last phrase I'll do the extra octave for you, Bobby, and everyone else too. I hope you all enjoy it as well, but I know Bobby especially is going to enjoy it. So here we go. Skies at sunrise, every sunset too seems to be bringing me memories of you. Here and there, everywhere, scenes that we once knew, and they all just recall memories of you. How I wish I could forget those happy yesteryears that have left a rosary of tears. Your face beams in my dreams, spite of all I do. Everything seems to bring memories of you. That's a pretty one. That high F is just coming out nice today. I'm going to give credit to Grandpa, who taught me how to play trombone. Now, my very, very first trombone lesson was with Grandpa. It was with a very old Olds. The maker of the horn was Olds, and it was a very old horn that he had actually bought. If the story is one I remember, is that he actually had bought it for after picking strawberries for a summer during the Great Depression to save up money to buy himself his first trombone, and that was it. And that was the horn I started on, way back in 1990. That was the year that we moved to Northeast Ohio. We actually got to live with Grandma and Grandpa at their house in Cortland, Ohio, for the first year, 1990, and then after that, I went to middle school and high school there, and was always just a quarter mile away, and spent many memories of with him, many lessons. He one of the other things that he did is they made this little golf course. They had, like, I think it was about 4 acres of land, and it was in a rectangle. So alongside of the house, he built this little course where you would, like, his little like 40 to 50 yard little holes, and you would play with a 9-iron or a pitching wedge. But for us, it was like a chance for us to learn our swing, just our basic swing, when we were like, in middle school, elementary school. And we had many family cousin tournaments back then. Carl always won. I know you're watching, Carl. You always kick my butt at golf, and still do. But yeah, but I would love every a lot of days when it was nicer weather, days like today, when he'd come home from work and I'd be home from school. After dinner, he'd always say, "Hey, Dylan, what do you feel about some twilight golf? We'll have a nice little twilight 9." Yeah, and we'd play one hole off the dike, and we'd play, and then we'd do we'd be 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and then back 2, 3, then back 5, 6, 7, and then 8, and then 9, and then we'd be done. It was a really, really fun memory, for sure. So, but yeah, a lot of wonderful memories there. So yeah, let's see. Back when before we moved Grandma and Grandpa from that house out here, and we moved them into a nice apartment in Oak Brook Terrace a couple of years ago, and I flew out and drove the moving truck. Like my mom drove Grandma, and they drove in the car back after packing them up, and Grandpa rode with me when I took the truck. So we rode in the truck together, and we had such a great time. It was a really special time, just to be in the car together. And one of the things that we did is he was talking about how much he loves the show, The Music Man. He said that he swore that it was his favorite musical of all time. He's like, there's no better thing. He would just, and the song that really pushed it over the edge for him was the train song at the beginning. He just would sit there and he would sing along and laugh, and he just loved all the what do you talk, but he doesn't know the territory. That was always. We had just a great time, and we listened to that whole album together. So I need to do at least one song from Music Man. So this is Till There Was You. There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. Then there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you. Yeah, I love that song. Just beautiful. It's one that I didn't sing a whole lot, because it was usually my mom was taking the lead on that one, or sometimes Jesse or Olivia, and but yeah, that's a beautiful one. Always great to do that one. So I'm gonna attempt 76 trombones. Unfortunately, I don't have the sheet music for it. I was trying to fake it, but it's there's a lot to this one. So I'm gonna do my best to just sing it for you. So here we go. So 76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were over 1,000 reeds, springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and size. There were copper-bottomed timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having its big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannons in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpets who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score. 76 trombones hit the counterpoint, while 110 cornets blazed away. To the rhythm of Harch, 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 all the kids began to march, and they're marching still right today. There you go. Not one that I know really, really well, but I had to do it for Grandpa. So he and that was the beauty of it. Is it wasn't about, he just loved hearing the melodies. And there was a lot of times where I remember, Jimmy would be over playing the piano, or I'd be playing the piano, or Mom would be playing the piano, and they would join in singing on some of the songs, and they'd have some of the words down, and sometimes we just la 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 or hum along or whatever. But it was always there. So yeah, that's special. So the next one I want to do is a very special one. Oh, I wanted to take a second before I do that. I found some great pictures. When I was looking at some of this music here. This one's great. This is of the family. Let's see if you can see all that. But yeah, that's was their Christmas card from let's see here. So Christmas card from it doesn't have a year on it, but yeah, not sure. I'm sure one of them can answer in the comments. But yeah, that's just a beautiful card. What a great picture. Lovely family. I would really, really like this one. So I found that one. I also found this is a classic. This one, if you've been at any of our family gatherings, you've seen this one, but this is just such a handsome picture of both of them. Just love that one. And I think they had that framed for a long time in their bedroom. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then yeah, this was from a couple years ago at their 70th wedding anniversary at my mom's house. So yeah, that was a nice one. Andy gets a cameo in the background of this one. So yeah, that's a nice memory. So this next song is it's one of Grandpa's favorite hymns. It's "In the Garden." This song's a special one because he sang it at I know he told me that right before his brother Spike died, he called Spike and sang this to him, and I was talking to Andy, my cousin Andy, yesterday, last night, and he was telling me that the last time Grandpa was over there, they have this hymn framed in their house, and someone started singing it, and Grandpa joined in and sang it, just perfect harmony, just as he always did. Beautiful, beautiful tenor voice. So, all right, so this is "In the Garden." I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, no other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling. But he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Just such a gorgeous hymn. So this brings me to a special part. You know, when I talked to Grandma yesterday, and I was telling her I was thinking of some of these songs. She told me that she and Grandpa would, before they would go to sleep every night for the last few months, and I don't know if it was how long, if it was forever or whatever. I know it was recently. They would hold hands and they would sing a few songs. And those songs right now, I'd like to do for you now. The first of which is "Side by Side," which, man, what a perfect song to sing at a time like this, you know, and going into the unknown. Just, you know, just says so much about the way they felt, regardless of, you know, what was going on with them, or where they were living, or what was happening, or what was, you know, how there were health up and down, all that stuff. What a choice, you know. My heart, you know, they're an inspiration, you know, to me and to a lot of us, you know, on just how to live, and how to, you know, I mean, to the accomplishment of being married for, you know, almost 73 years. I mean, it's songs like this and that kind of stuff, that kind of intimacy, that kind of warmth and love that, you know, to me is what makes it so very, very special. So yeah, so one of those songs was, yeah, "Side by Side." So, oh, we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but you travel along singing a song, side by side. We don't know what's coming tomorrow, maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by side. Through all kinds of weather, What if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter when all had their quarrels and parted. We'll be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing our songs, side by side. Man, just great. The other one is one of my favorites. Again, out of that great book. Yeah, just and that's Sunny Side of the Street. It's one of the first piano parts I ever learned as well. And I remember, whenever I played piano, I was just concentrating on focusing on like pounding out the right notes. I called him up when I learned it and sang it to him and left him as a message. And he called me back and he goes, hey, why don't you on the piano with voice a little. So yeah, so here's my here's get your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I'm sad, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny yeah. Always love playing that one, thinking it, singing it. Every time it's sunny. Whenever I'm walking my dog Joni, I'll end up kind of whistling that one to myself. So now, the other song that they would always sing, which is one that I wasn't expecting, but Jimmy was a copy of this and in an email recently, and it had the second verse to "Home, Home on the Range," which is a beautiful song. You know, it's one that I had sung but in a long time. Knew the not know the second verse, so this is sing, and it's just another appropriate. Anyway. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the sky is not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the sky is not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright, with the light of the twinkling stars, have I stood there amazed and asked as I gazed, if their glory exceeds that of ours. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the sky is not cloudy all day. Just beautiful. So there's that one, and then the one that the penultimate, almost the last song. I think that's the right word. I'm not sure. That's good. All right, penultimate. Yeah, how about that? The COVID thing has not completely stifled my words, although I couldn't think of the word "word." So take that for what you will. Um, but our family theme song, you know, the song that we always do. It's, always have to do it at everything. Just the song that we do as much as the doxology, or almost as much as the doxology, is "Our Love Is Here to Stay." So I'm gonna play it and then sing it. Hope you, all my Masters family out there, and all the friends of ours that have been with us, I hope you can join along and sing this along with me. So. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay, but forever and a day, our love is here to stay. Our love is here to stay. Yeah. Love that one. Classic. It was, that's our, they really think of that as our family theme song, and I always have. So I want to close out tonight with, as I put in my earlier post, Grandpa's a World War II veteran. Um, he he was very, very proud of his military service. I got a picture here of him in his uniform. What a handsome guy! So funny. I look at this and I can see Andy Masters so clearly. I can see Charlie really clearly in that picture. Grandpa used to. He kept his uniform, and he'd put it on like every year at Memorial Day. Like his whole life he could fit into his uniform. That's something that I will never be able to say from a uniform that I. But yeah, it's pretty, and it was in it, So the only way that I can adequately end this is with America the Beautiful, and a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, he went to a Republican Party meeting in North to join, and they asked everybody is to be an officer or whatever, and he was probably in his late 80s, I think, at the time, and wanted to stand up and say something about himself. And he stood up and he sang the third verse of America the Beautiful, and then sat back down, and that was it. And that's the thing is, it's just like, there's certain lyrics, and I'll tell you, singing this one earlier today when I was just going through it, I mean, it's so poignant and so important and just so powerful, and you think about what this means to everybody, it's very, very special. So this is America the Beautiful, all three verses, of course. So oh, beautiful skies for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. O beautiful for heroes proved in liberating life, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, God mend thine every flaw, confirm thy soul, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Sorry about that. Verse 3. O beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God mend thine every flaw. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. Thank you all very much for being here with me. Um, it's it was and I found out yesterday that he had passed. I sat in my office area and I played through some of these songs, and it gave me great peace and catharsis. And I just I felt that this is a way for me to just express my deep love and respect and admiration for my grandfather and for my family. The in talking to my brothers and my aunts and uncles and my grandmother and some of my cousins yesterday, the big thing that I really thought about a lot was that, there was no one who was more proud of us in our accomplishments. Like he just reveled in them. Like he loved to be part of everything. Like it doesn't matter what it was, if it was a sporting event, if it was a concert, if it was a speech, if it was just anything. He loved to see all of us perform, all of us do what we did well. Just he was impressed with every single bit of it, and he would tell everybody about it. I was the thing that keeps coming into my head is the Messiah we did 2 years ago, when I had Andy and Jenny both playing. I had Andy and Jenny playing violin, and I was conducting, and I sang a couple, and my mom Barbara was there singing as well, and they remember just how proud both he and Grandma were of the fact that you could see 3 of his grandchildren performing, and his daughter performing, and all of that stuff together. And you could look out and just see just so much pure joy. He's someone who always, he never let a moment, significance of a moment go by. I really think that that's something that I certainly got from him. I know my mom and Jimmy definitely did. Just taking those moments to think about what is important. Think about, like if you're on, doing something that's special. What's the line that he would say all the time is, what a treat. But I just want to share the one thing that he said more than anything else, I think, to all of us and to everybody that he met. He would always end with, keep it going. So I hope that we all can keep this love and this this tradition and this beautiful repertoire of great songs and great history together, as well as all the things that we do in our lives, and all of the love we have for our families and love we have for all people. Keep it going. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in.